The first item on the agenda is the appointment of chairman. So could I invite the committee to... is everybody happy to appoint Councillor Robert Knowles as chairman? Please. Lovely, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everybody. Good morning. And the next item is to confirm the appointment of Councillor Peter Clark as Vice Chairman of the committee for the council year 2019-20. Is that agreed? Thank you. Item 3, the minutes of the meeting held on the 25th of February 2019 have been laid on the table for half an hour before the meeting. I suppose members of the committee at that time I'd ask if they're agreed. Thank you very much. I'll sign them afterwards if that's in order. Are there any apologies for absence?
I haven't received any apologies for absence.
Thank you very much. Item 5, are there any declarations of interest?
I haven't received any. Has anybody got any to...
Any declarations of interest, members? No, thank you very much. Item 6, are there any questions received under procedure room 10 from members of the public?
No, no questions received.
Thank you very much. We seem to be making good progress. We have to appoint councillors to subcommittees of this main committee. The subcommittees are not politically proportional, and members have been nominated in order to ensure a sound mix of experienced licensing members and new members of the committee. And what is proposed, and I invite the committee to agree, that the Licensing General Purposes Subcommittee, which consists of 5 members, and the procedure is that the chairman and vice chairman of this committee have to serve on both this and the subcommittees. So myself and Peter Clark, plus Ruth Reid, Jack Lee and Martin Darcy. Is that agreed? Thank you. For the licensing subcommittees A, B and C, which are those that sit to consider licensing matters, Committee A, Councillors Patricia Ellis, Jack Lee and Jerome Davidson. B, Councillor Michael Goodridge, Jackie Keane and Roger Blishen. And C, myself, Ruth Reid and Peter Clark. Is that agreed? Thank you very much indeed. The Licensing Act 2003 items. The minutes of the Licensing Act 2003 subcommittee held on the 20th of May 2019. This was an extra meeting that had to be held with some urgency and was held by experienced members of the previous committee. Members, will you note the minutes of that, please? Is that noted? Thank you. Item 10, I'm going to ask Gillian to update on the outcome of some recent court cases, if you would. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, and welcome to you all. Good morning. There have been 2 recent decisions which were dealt with by the local court in Guildford. The first was a refusal of a private hire driver licence on the basis of a number of matters recorded on their record. That matter was dealt with successfully, and the decision of the court was to uphold the committee decision. And more recently, there has been a Hackney carriage driver that was subject to suspension and then revocation as a result of other matters which took place. That decision was upheld in the Magistrates' Court, and the driver pursued a Crown Court appeal. They have a right of appeal to do so. That was listed on the 6th of June very recently, and the driver elected to withdraw the appeal, so no hearing took place, and obviously the decision of the Magistrates' Court was upheld, but that driver had a number of matters recorded against them in terms of the penalty points scheme. But again, I think whilst I've been in position, I think matters have been all upheld by the local court. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have, whether now or later. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's very encouraging that the decisions were upheld. Does any member any question they'd like to ask at all? No? Well, thank you. Thank you very much for that update.
Could I just
Yes,
ask,
Ruth.
are they pertinent to this latest thing that you were talking about? Or just questions in general? Yes.
In relation to these
Thank you.
matters, but thank you.
Thank you. And nobody else a question regarding that update? Thank you. Item 11 is the forward programme, and I'd ask the committee to note items programmed for forthcoming meetings. The September 2019 meeting is the taxi and private hire tariff card and fees, and November 2019 the taxi policy review. Is that noted? Thank you very much. There are no items to be considered by the Licensing and Regulatory Committee in exempt, and the meeting is now closed. The Licensing and General Purposes Subcommittee will begin shortly. That brings to a close this meeting. Thank you very much. So can